They could speak, but they could only communicate through hand gestures. Chopsticks were laid out on the dining table, yet they had to eat with their hands. Everyone had shoes, but they were forced to walk barefoot. All of this was just to stay alive because in this world, sound meant death. Every time the father went out to search for supplies, he would lay a thick layer of sand on the road so that walking on it wouldn't disturb the monsters. That is, until the day they crossed the bridge, and a piercing noise suddenly came from behind. The father's face instantly turned deathly pale, the mother covered her mouth in agony, and the older sister's eyes widened in shock. It turned out that the youngest son had secretly brought out a toy plane, which was emitting a lethal sound. The father rushed towards the child like a madman, but it was too late. In the blink of an eye, the son was dragged away. This was Earth many years later, where human society had been completely destroyed by a kind of monster. Although they couldn't be seen, their hearing was extremely sensitive. The moment you made even the slightest sound, it would immediately bring about a fatal disaster. This family was likely the last remaining humans on Earth. To ensure their safety, they could only live in the basement. They installed surveillance cameras and warning lights around the house and covered the walls with newspapers for soundproofing. When eating, they dared only to use their hands. One day, while the siblings were playing a game, they accidentally knocked over an oil lamp. The sound of the commotion frightened the father, who rushed over to extinguish the flames. However, even this tiny bit of noise instantly caused a loud bang outside the house. The whole family immediately held their breath as the father carefully walked to the window to check. Luckily, it was just a groundhog, and the family finally let out a sigh of relief. A year passed, and the father persisted in sending out distress signals every day, but no one ever responded. Meanwhile, the mother became pregnant again. The impending birth of this baby had the entire family on edge. They prepared oxygen tanks and soundproof boxes, trying every possible way to ensure that no sound would be made during the delivery. But fate is always full of surprises. Just as they were bracing themselves, a new crisis suddenly descended upon them.